Kia ora. I'm going to share with you a layout I've created using this right hand side of, I think, pattern number 29 in one of our idea books, and I'll link that up below. And here's a picture of what that looks like in the book. So I'm just going to do a single page because that's what I do, and I'm just using this pattern here. So I've had a look at it as my general idea. So I used this pattern because I sort of knew the photo I wanted, but I was a bit stuck on what I was going to do with the papers in the background and things like that. So the patterns gave me a really good foundation or basis to work from. So I've chosen to use this new cardstock colour, which is called Rosemary, and it is a new release as of today from Close to My Heart in their September 2021 to August 22 core products catalogue or core products idea book. And this gorgeous floral paper here that I'm using is part of the As You Grow collection, which is also a new collection that's been released today as part of this core products book. So basically mostly using this collection with that Rosemary cardstock, but I have also pulled out one of the gorgeous new rose gold patterned papers. So this paper has a beautiful sparkle to it, that sort of florally paper there in the background, and it I think it's going to be sort of a really nice collection just for those touches or features. You could use it all by itself, but I think it's a beautiful addition to pages. So that's called the Rose Gold Foil Patterns paper, and I've chosen the sort of the foliage type one from that. So I'm going to trim some more of this off. Now I do play around with the pieces, and I do end up changing some of the colour strips and stuff like that, but that's okay. So I keep referring back to this pattern and the sizes because the measurements are all on there, and so I do follow these in general. But it's absolutely okay to use this as a base and make some changes to the original design. So I play around with these papers. We've got the beauty of double-sided, so you can see me sort of tutoring around with those and rearranging them until the colours work right for what I'm doing. Now the foam alpha that I'm using here is no longer available as part of the new offerings from Close to My Heart, but you may be able to find this in the online only section while stocks last. I have loved this foam alpha, and I am a little bit disappointed to see it go, but I'm loving the new wood, black and white alpha that Close to My Heart's brought out that you can access through the embellishment side of things. Anyway, so I'm going to stick these down, so just using an ATG there. I like this for doing big areas of stuff. I've found the adhesive works really well, whereas often if I'm doing smaller pieces I'll use some of our fabulous Close to My Heart tape runners or Tombow glues. Anyway, so I've got those 3 strips down there as per the pattern. Now, as per Lara style, I'm just going to roughen up these edges. I'm not a great fan of perfectly straight or neat and tidy, so roughing up the edges gives me a chance to add my spin on this pattern and these designs and what I want to achieve. So sticking down these pieces and again wrinkling up those edges. Love the colour of this Rosemary cardstock. It's sort of softer than a sage green, but it's got a little bit more tone and colour to it than a grey, which is quite cool. Now I am calling, the title I'm putting on here is the word Dolphin. And it might seem a bit odd when I'm putting a picture of a plant there, but if you look really closely at the this particular plant, it looks like there's a whole lot of dolphins leaping over on the paper. So, not the paper, leaping from the plant pot. So it was brought to my attention by one of my colleagues who the students call her Mrs. Dolphin because that's her surname, and she was quite excited to see that this plant was sitting in our staff room and hadn't noticed, I don't think, until someone had mentioned it to her about the dolphins that were all over this plant, which is really cool. When you see it, they do honestly look like dolphins leaping out of the water when you look closely at it. So I have now backed the photo, which was in addition to what the pattern was showing. Just backed that with a couple of layers, and I roughed up the edges. Now I'm trimming down one of the Picture My Life cards because I didn't want it filling up that entire space. I wanted to see part of that pattern and that gorgeous design of the papers that I've used shining through. So what I like about the Picture My Life card that I've picked is it sort of ties in the floral strip from up the top there into the bottom, and it pulls the attention in and connects the different pieces. The same with the flower stickers that I've stuck here from the As You Grow sticker collection. So these flowers are beautiful. I must say that as a maker, we've had early access to this, and I have used these so often over the last month since I've had access to it, and I am really excited to have this collection available all year because the colours are just so soft and so easy to tie in and make your photos stand out to be the focus, as well as just add that beautiful interest. Now these cardstock type stickers that I'm pulling off here are part of the September-October idea book, and it's part of this pumpkin spice collection. They're just a really nice craft or natural woody kind of sticker. They're a soft sticker, so they're not a really firm wooden type embellishment. They're very autumnal, however, as I'm showing you here on this page, they can be pulled in to be more than an autumn photo. So I'm using these sort of to add a little bit more interest. I think that the brown looks really nicely alongside the green. So these are also some of the new flower embellishments. These are the wood ones. You can also get these in white and black acrylic, which are a little bit thinner than the wood. But I'm going to be using the Antique Rose Distress Oxide just to colour them up a little bit, because this colour ties in beautifully with the As You Grow collection and just adds a lovely element to the photo, to the page, with that depth and a little bit more height. You can see there that that colour is almost perfect with the rose or the floral designs in the As You Grow collection. So I've just put a few of them around the page and just sticking them down to suit. So easy to colour up with the Distress Oxides, and that sort of ties it in nicely. Now I'm just adding a few more leaves as I go and pulling out what I can from the stickers. All right, time for some journaling, and I'm basically writing a note there about the fact that my colleague had shown this to me, and that it does look like the dolphins leaping all over the plant, which, yeah, it was just a really cool thing. Now I love that in our staff room at school. So I'm a teacher in a rather large school in Queenstown, and we have I think 600-ish students, it might be more, and so we have a lot of teachers, but it's really cool that in our staff room we have really nice plants and things. So a couple of our senior leadership team wanted to make that space a nice space for us to be in, so plants are part of that, which is really cool. It's a bit of a shame that as this is going to YouTube, as it'll become available, we will have moved into a level 3 COVID status, where only some children and some teachers will be at school. The majority of our students and teachers will be working from home and working on distance learning, so we're unable to be in there enjoying these lovely plants. I do hope that they have survived level 4 and that they have managed to find a source of water to help them stay healthy. So now I'm just pulling in some cute foliage stamps here as well, and I will link where these are from below, but it was really nice to be able to pull in again some of these leaves just to show, just to add that dimension. So I used both the white and I can't remember which green I pulled out here. It may well have been the rosemary green, which is the same colour as that cardstock, just to give a little bit more extra texture, but I'll have another look at the layout close up later on and do that. So now we're just going through and adding some little dots. Love these for finishing things off, and here is some closer views at this layout. So I hope that you have had a bit of an idea of what the As You Grow collection and some of the new core products, as well as one of the seasonal collection items will be in here. I'm really enjoying this new book, and I hope that you guys will love it too and get lots of inspiration and ideas for your creativity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and let me know what you thought. Thanks. Bye.